Our visuals, purely illustrative, crafted from stock footage. Our stories, utterly real, bringing you facts with a dash of positivity. Let's explore. Welcome to Radiant Reports on Prottayon, your trusted source for inspiring and uplifting stories from around the globe. Here, we share powerful narratives that highlight the resilience of the human spirit and inspire you to pursue your passions through. Key education and positive news stories. Did you know that over 450 million children worldwide live in conflict zones, with approximately 93.7 million in urgent need of humanitarian assistance? This represents about 19% of the global child population, highlighting the significant impact of conflict on the world's youngest and most vulnerable. Let's explore what it takes for young people in Palestine to continue their education amid constant turmoil. Imagine the determination required to keep learning when your environment is so unstable. Or consider the harsh realities faced by children working in Cobalt mines in the Congo. How do they find the strength to endure, and what gives them hope for a better future? In today's episode, we dive into the incredible stories of perseverance and strength from the youth of Palestine and the children in the Cobalt mines of the Congo. We'll delve into the latest positive developments, including a landmark ruling by the International Court of Justice, and discuss how collective global actions are making a difference. What fuels the unbreakable spirit of these young heroes? How can their stories inspire you to take action and contribute to positive change in your community? Stay with us as we journey through these stories of hope and resilience. Together, we can learn and be inspired to make a difference. Let's get started. Imagine growing up in a place where each day brings new challenges, where survival isn't just about getting through the day but finding ways to thrive. In Palestine, this is the reality for many young people who show remarkable resilience and hope. Since October 2023, the conflict in Gaza has claimed over 40,000 Palestinian lives and displaced more than 2.2 million people, with women and children accounting for 70% of the casualties. These staggering statistics highlight the widespread destruction of homes, schools, and hospitals. The ongoing conflict has severely impacted access to healthcare, including those who have died from preventable diseases and malnutrition. Amidst this crisis, young people have become first responders, demonstrating incredible resilience and determination. For example, Wala Abed Al-Bari, a young volunteer who has been displaced multiple times, continues to work tirelessly in shelters. She organizes campaigns to collect donations and provide support to displaced families. Her efforts include assessing needs, mobilizing funds, and organizing recreational activities for children to mitigate the psychological impacts of the war. Wala's determination and unwavering spirit inspire those around her. She says, "My life has changed since the beginning of the war, but my purpose to help others remains stronger than ever." Another inspiring figure is Hala, a 47-year-old single mother who, despite surviving domestic violence and the horrors of war, has become a beacon of hope and compassion in her community. Her empathy and strength have helped many cope with their dire circumstances. Hala dreams of becoming an entrepreneur to empower women, stating, "Empowering women is the key to a brighter future." The concept of Sumud, which means steadfastness, embodies the resilience of the Palestinian people. Despite continuous airstrikes, blockades, and ground invasions, Palestinians have mobilized in unprecedented ways. In a historic moment, hundreds of thousands of Palestinian workers participated in a general strike, uniting under the message that "You're one people resisting oppression together." This unity and steadfastness have sparked international support and activism, leading to increasing recognition of Palestinian rights by global organizations and politicians. In addition to these efforts, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is exacerbated by severe shortages in essential supplies. More than 96% of groundwater in Gaza is unfit for human consumption, leaving most residents reliant on desalination. And water brought in from Israel, which has been disrupted amidst the conflict. Electricity shortages mean that families are without centrally provided electricity for an average of 13 hours per day, impacting heating, cooling, sewage treatment, tea, healthcare, and business operations. Internationally, activists and organizations are working tirelessly to raise awareness and advocate for Palestinian rights. From organizing protests and boycotts to lobbying politicians, these efforts aim to bring about meaningful change and end the violence. Notably, the boycott, divestment, sanctions, BDS movement has gained traction, putting pressure on governments and corporations to take a stand against the injustices faced by Palestinians. These stories of resilience and hope remind us that even in the darkest times, the human spirit's capacity for endurance and optimism is boundless. What can we learn from their unwavering determination? How do their stories inspire you to contribute to positive change in your own community? Share your thoughts in the comments below and join the conversation about resilience and hope in the face of adversity. If these stories have moved you, consider subscribing to our channel for more uplifting and inspiring content. Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know how you are inspired to make a difference in your community. Together we can spread hope and resilience. While researching and creating this video, some major updates have emerged. These developments bring hope and progress to the ongoing struggles faced by the Palestinian people. In a landmark decision, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, recently ruled that the occupation of Palestinian territories is illegal. This ruling, delivered on 19th of July 2024, has significant implications for the future of Palestine and its people. The court declared that the 56-year occupation of the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and Gaza violates international law, and all countries, US cease enabling this occupation. Judge Nawaf Salam, presiding over the case, stated that the prolonged control and annexation of these territories violate fundamental principles of international law. The ICJ's ruling underscores the necessity for international cooperation to end the illegal presence in these areas. Countries are urged not to assist in maintaining the occupation. This decision comes amidst reports of severe humanitarian crises in Gaza. The Lancet Medical Journal estimates that, since October, over 186,000 Gazans have died due to the ongoing genocide. Significant military support has been provided, contributing to the destruction and loss of life in Gaza. In response to these crises, a recent flash appeal by the United Nations has called for $2.18 billion to address urgent needs in Gaza and the St. Bank, aiming to support over 3 million people with essential services and humanitarian aid. Additionally, international humanitarian organizations have launched significant funding initiatives, including the European Union and World Health Organization's $232 million agreement to support the Palestinian health system. The ruling has been met with mixed reactions globally. While many international law experts and human rights organizations have praised the decision, others have condemned it. Felipe Sanz, Council for Palestine, described the ruling as clear and far-reaching, emphasizing its legal and political consequences. Amnesty International and Oxfam have also voiced strong support, highlighting the ruling's affirmation of the illegality of the occupation and apartheid policies. Despite widespread public protests against the genocide of the Palestinian people, support for these actions continues in some political spheres. Recently, certain leaders have celebrated the visit of the leader responsible for the ongoing genocide, highlighting the complex political dynamics at play. It's essential to emphasize that advocating for Palestinian rights is not an anti-Semitic act. This struggle is about human rights and justice, supported by people of all faiths, including many within the Jewish community who oppose these actions. As prominent Jewish activist Noam Chomsky has stated, criticizing the government is not anti-Semitic, it is a stand for human rights. The ICJ's decision is a testament to the power of collective global action and decades of activism advocating for Palestinian rights. It marks a significant step toward justice, but much work remains to ensure this decision is enforced. Continued international pressure, diplomatic efforts, and unwavering support for Palestinian rights are essential. As we celebrate this milestone, it's crucial to recognize that the struggle for justice and human rights continues. The inspiring takeaway from this ruling is that united efforts can lead to meaningful change. This moment should invigorate our commitment to support other global issues where vulnerable populations need our advocacy. These developments remind us that with perseverance, solidarity, and global advocacy, we can drive significant change and support those in need. In what other ways can we unite to support vulnerable children facing extreme hardships worldwide? In the heart of Africa, a silent crisis unfolds daily in the Cobalt mines of Congo. This mineral, crucial for the production of batteries in our smartphones, laptops, and electric vehicles, comes at a human cost. Young children, some as young as 6, toil in these mines under perilous conditions, hoping for a better tomorrow. Cobalt mining in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, accounts for about 70% of the world's supply. Despite this wealth, the industry is fraught with severe human rights abuses. Children and adults work in dangerous conditions, exposed to toxic materials and life-threatening risks for minimal pay. According to UNICEF, approximately 40,000 children work in these mines. Health studies have shown that children in these mines have significantly higher levels of toxic metals in their blood, leading to chronic respiratory diseases and cancers. One of the inspiring figures emerging from this crisis is Jean, a 12-year-old boy who worked in the mines to support his family after his father's death. Through the intervention of local NGOs and international support, Jean left the mines and enrolled in school. Today, he dreams of becoming a doctor to help his community. Education is the path to a better future, and I am determined to make a difference, Jean says. Efforts to address these issues are gaining momentum. The Better Mining Program aims to improve mine safety and reduce child labour through regular monitoring and enforcement of safety standards. Additionally, organisations like Save the Children run educational programs, providing children with the opportunity to leave the mines and return to school. A significant development is the Fair Cobalt Alliance, FCA, launched in 2020 and continuing to grow. This alliance brings together companies, NGOs, and the Congolese government to promote responsible mining practices. The FCA focuses on improving working conditions, eradicating child labour, and supporting community development through education and healthcare initiatives. Major tech companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Tesla have joined these efforts to ensure responsible sourcing of cobalt. Save the Children has implemented innovative catch-up clubs, which help children who have fallen behind academically due to their work in the mines. These clubs provide accelerated learning programs and socio-emotional support to help children regain lost educational ground. Faustin, an 11-year-old, worked in a cobalt mine for 2 years before joining a catch-up club. Now, he's back in school and hopes for a future free from mining. Despite these efforts, the DRC remains one of the poorest nations worldwide, with the average citizen living on less than 1.68 per day. Artisanal mining sites, which produce 15% to 30% of the DRC's cobalt, are particularly notorious for human rights abuses and environmental harm. Workers, including many children, are often exposed to toxic materials like cobalt and uranium, leading to severe health issues such as respiratory illnesses, cancers, and birth defects. New initiatives are also being implemented. The Coteco project, funded by the US Department of Labor, aims to address child labor in the DRC's cobalt supply chain. This project focuses on raising awareness, building enforcement capacity, and improving private sector monitoring and remediation of child labor violations. As part of these efforts, the project has developed a child labor monitoring and remediation system, CLRMS, that has already registered nearly 2,800 children for services. Globally, similar atrocities occur in various industries. In countries like India, children work in hazardous mica mines. In Ghana, they labor in gold mines. And in Brazil, children work under harsh conditions on coffee plantations. These situations mirror the plight of children in the DRC, reflecting a broader global issue of child labor and exploitation. International awareness and activism have shown that collective action can drive significant improvements. Efforts like the Responsible Mica Initiative, fair trade certifications, and global campaigns against child labor are starting to make positive impacts. Coordinated effort can lead to better conditions and protections for affected children. Jean's story, and others like it, remind us of the transformative power of education and advocacy. How can we ensure that children worldwide have the opportunity to thrive in safe and supportive environments? As we wrap up this episode of Radiant Reports on Prottayon, let's take a moment to reflect on the powerful stories we've shared. From the inspiring resilience of the youth in Palestine to the determined children in the cobalt mines of Congo, these narratives highlight the strength of the human spirit and the profound impact of education and advocacy. Your support is crucial in amplifying these voices and driving positive change. If these stories moved you, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement helps us continue to bring these important stories to a wider audience and make a real impact. We also encourage you to check out smaller channels that are making a difference. For instance, FewSchool Global Education offers free educational resources to millions of learners, focusing on making quality education accessible to those who need it most. Another great channel is the Human Rights channel, which provides insightful content on global human rights issues and advocacy. Additionally, Human Rights in 2 Minutes delivers concise and informative videos that explain complex human rights topics in a digestible format. For those interested in learning more about the topics we've discussed, explore sources such as UNICEF, Save the Children, and the Fair Cobalt Alliance. These organizations provide extensive information and ways you can get involved. Looking ahead, we have more inspiring content coming your way. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll delve into another impactful story about global efforts to improve the lives of vulnerable populations. Your journey with us is just beginning, and together we can make a difference. Thank you for watching and being part of this community. Remember, every action, no matter how small, contributes to a better world. We would love to hear from you. What positive news stories and educational videos would you like to see next? Share your ideas in the comments and help us continue to inspire and educate. Stay positive, stay hopeful, and we'll see you in the next episode of Radiant Reports.